Lulu. In this video, we are going to be quickly summarizing chapter 38 in Jane Eyre. If you're watching this summary of chapter 38, congratulations, this is the final chapter of the novel. I will say this chapter 38, it acts as more of an epilogue. So Jane and Rochester marry. It's a very simple wedding. There's just the clerk and the parson. Jane writes to her cousins to share the news with them, which of course Diana and Mary are elated for her and so happy for her, whereas she doesn't hear anything from St. John, and we can all assume why if you've been watching these summaries or if you've been reading the book on your own with these to support you in that reading. In this chapter as well, Jane visits Adele at the school that she's been placed in since, as I can assume, since she left, because then Adele no longer had a governess. But Jane finds Adele to be unhappy at the school. We know that Jane can relate in that manner, and so she makes it her responsibility to find a school where Adele can be happier. She gets that all set up and squared away for Adele. I say this chapter is a bit more of an epilogue because the time that passes in it is large. So not only do we, get told that Jane is like, oh, I moved her to a school where she could thrive more, we are also then told that Adele grows up to be a very lovely, likable young woman. Then Jane, she says, and in fact, I'm writing right now from like 10 years in the future. And we learn that Diana and Mary, they got married to good men, and so they are happy in their marriages. And 2 years into marriage with Edward Fairfax Rochester, while Jane has been helping him a lot because missing a hand and not having his sight, he's needed a lot of support. 2 years into marriage, his eyesight begins to improve, and when their first son is born, he's able to see the baby. And so it's this almost Rapunzel-like moment where he is slowly being able to heal by being with this very equal and loving woman as his wife. Jane, she just describes her marriage as wonderful and delightful, and you get, at least myself as I've read this, I feel very gratified. It's just so satisfying to have this character who has been through a lot and has remained a good, moral, ethical, kind person throughout it all, and also maintained her backbone. It's really gratifying to have her be in this life where she does feel like her spouse sees her as an equal, and that she sees her spouse as an equal. And then Rochester, he heals and he's able to see their baby. Yeah, it's just very fulfilling, and you can tell that Jane feels fulfilled by her life, and it doesn't at all come across at least I don't think so. I don't think it comes across as like and we lived happily ever after. It's just this Jane being the level-headed person that she is, just saying like, yeah, my life has been great and I've earned it. We do get a final little note on what has happened to St. John. He did go to India as a missionary, and a correspondence from him, he says that he thinks he's gonna die soon, and Jane's just like, you know what, he's done what he set out to accomplish, and good for him. And so while the chapter includes that, just kind of focus on the very satisfying ending of Jane and Edward Fairfax Rochester's life. So there's that. That's chapter 38. That concludes the novel Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. And whether you are reading these, whether you did read the chapters and use these as recaps, or whether you've just gone through the whole book using these summaries, I hope you can see and have felt the impact that this, I think, really beautiful story can have on yourself, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So with that being said, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let me know what other novels you would like to see summarized on here, keeping in mind that they do need to be in the public domain, so generally classics are what I can help support you with. And yeah, if you know what you're going to be reading in upcoming months or years for school, just make sure to comment those down below, and yeah, I'll see what I can do in however timely a manner. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you back around.